Hey, welcome to another video from the Outdoor Analyst. Boy, today I've got a fun one for you. This is going to be one of the newest drops from Bark River Knives, and this is a super cool knife called the Tundra 3. And it is, I guess it's part of their, Tundra 3 Camp Knife, I think is their official title for it. But man, honestly, I think they titled this sucker pretty darn well. This is an excellent camp knife. And probably for some reasons that you might not think, honestly, it's a very long blade. It's about an 8 1/4 inch roughly. They're all a little different when depending on what you get from Bark River. And it's less than a pound. These things are around like 14 ounces on average. This one might even be a little lighter since it has elk for the handle material. Now, granted, this handle is super thick. You put some extra CKs on there because it's really thick. But it is a fantastic feel because it is so thick to me, because I kind of enjoy thicker handles here. But it is a really cool, really thick handle, and it is super light. I can't even really express how light this feels. I think it's probably a little bit less than the 14 with this handle material. It is super lightweight and fast. And for a camp knife, that's perfect because, you know, what you're going to be doing is tons of food prep. If you're going out camping, you're doing a lot of meat, a lot of veggies, and then probably some melons in there too if you got family. This is just a really awesome knife for that, for different grips, for doing those sort of kitchen tasks, and then for really, oh man, it comes down to a super thin Saber Vex edge there. It has a good saber up here, good convex. Really good for wood as well. It splits well, and you can do, you know, an 8-inch log with this thing, really. You know, this thing gets 8 1/4, so, you know, cut down a little bit there. But that is a good amount to split logs with. For camping, absolutely perfect. What it reminded me of is actually, let's do some kind of comparisons here. The American knife company Denali. Very similar. Now, there's a little more belly to the camp knife, and this is a lot thinner in the handle, but this is probably one of the best bushcraft large fixed blades. I'd say the camp knife is probably one of the best camp knife. The Tundra 3 is probably one of the better camp knives. I used to think this was, because it's incredibly lightweight as well. This is less than a pound. It is almost a 1/4 inch. I think it's 0.216 inches, so not quite a quarter. It is crazy fast in hand. That's because it's not a massive handle on it either, but it's big enough for my large XL hands. Really good for fine woodworking, and that's what I wish they'd just keep making this knife. Bark River makes it, even though it's technically American Knife Company. I think Knife Ship Free owns that brand, and they just kind of stopped doing it. Yeah, it is what it is, but it's just such a beautiful knife. And these are very similar in what they can do, but this is even lighter, and it feels even lighter. When we're talking about light, like, this is light, and this is really good. I'll have to do a video on this too. Super good. Maybe some more comparisons here so you have an idea. This is going to be the Highwayman 3, so it has a little longer blade to it. I think it's a little, definitely thicker, definitely heavier on the Highwayman 3. It feels like more of a chopper versus that for sure. Throw in another fun one here. Let's do the Shiny Mountain Bowie. Another run of those is coming up pretty soon. Much more choppery, even in the Highwayman 3. So this feels like a tank in comparison to the Tundra 3. And big difference on thickness. We're talking 1/4 inch versus, 0.187 on the Tundra. So quite a bit more heft to the Shiny Mountain Bowie, and boy, you feel it. This thing is unwieldy in comparison, so big difference there. We'll just put it up to kind of one of its little brothers. This is just the original Tundra here. And honestly, this makes one of the best perfect pairs out there for knives. This is incredible for bushcraft, for the kitchen. Smaller work that needs done. The Tundra is one of my favorites all around. And now I think the Tundra 3 here kind of takes care of all the bigger duty that you would do at camp. Takes care of big food work and also takes care of bigger logs. If you actually need to split stuff, this will do it just fine. Really, really awesome setup there. I don't know if this might help other people too. Not a ton of people have the Tundra. Here's an Aurora up against it. So this is a big knife in comparison. Quite a bit bigger blade. Oh, you might be able to hear my dog in the background. But this is really beautiful knife as well. Got this one in for kind of testing and review. I have not done an Aurora yet, so that's pretty cool. Have that one for a while. And then let's just do the basic. Everybody knows you got a Bravo 1 here. So Bravo 1, you know you're dealing with the big knife. So there we go. Cool knives. Absolutely love all of these, but really impressed with this. Now this is just kind of first impressions. This is new. I haven't gone out and done tons of work with it yet. It's A2 steel. I love A2 steel. For a big knife, it's one of my favorites. For more kitchen duty, it's less lovable because it stains pretty easily. But it also picks up a good patina and that kind of protects it. So no big deal really there. A2 is great for you actually going to be doing some hard use with it. I don't plan on doing mega hard use. So I think I'm pretty excited. So anyway, quick review, giving you a kind of a size comparison of how big this knife is and then what it could be really good for. Shoot, this is fantastic for camping, people. Absolutely fantastic. Now, if you're new to knives, this does not have much of a guard, really at all. So it's kind of, think of it almost as like a Luku or a Puka style ginormous knife. A lot of people will not like that. I don't mind it, but keep that in mind. This will slide up on you much more easily than a Denali will, or than, oh gosh, well, obviously something with a huge guard, because this has a massive guard and that has a huge kind of finger choil guard there too as well. So keep that in mind if that's part of what you're thinking. It is going to be a big deal. So that's probably my only possible downfall on it, is that there isn't much of a guard, but the benefit is you get to get super close. So take that in mind. If you're a little more experienced, you might not mind it at all. If you don't have a ton of experience with knives, or it might be going to someone who doesn't, it could be a risk factor, to be completely honest with you. Oof. Okay, dang, that elk just looks so good. Caught me there. Caught me looking. Anyway, hope this was useful. I think there's still a bunch more out there. Feel free to go browse DLT. Such a cool knife. I think it's going to be a good worker in the future. So good comparison knife for me as well. Bark River Tundra 3. Thumbs up. All right, catch you on the next one, guys. Like, subscribe, check out the website, theoutdooranalyst.com. Our affiliate links on there. If you click on buy stuff, it does help out the channel. Much appreciated. Even more appreciated if you subscribe. So thanks a lot, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.